What is up, people, and welcome back to my Rags to Riches F1 2010 to 2014 career mode. This is the career mode where we go from one of the worst teams in F1 2010, try and work our way up through the ranks and through the teams, and try and get a drive for one of the best teams in F1 2014, and then try and challenge for the championship. We are here in F1 2010, the final round of the 2010 season, and let's have a look at what we are batting for in today's race. We're not really batting for anything, as we've already got a Williams seat for next season. That's already been confirmed as we finished between 4th and 6th in the Drivers' Championship. It's been such an amazing season. I mean, just look at the bio right here. Let's look at our bio. We have got 16 reputation. That doesn't really matter. 18 races so far this season. We have got 3 pole positions, 5 podiums, and 3 race wins. That is just absolutely incredible stuff so far in this F1 2010 season. I did not expect that. I expected maybe to scrape an 11th place and get a Lotus seat for F1 2010 and then see what we can do from there in F1 2011. But, you know, 159 points is absolutely incredible. A Williams seat for next season, battling with the likes of Nico Rosberg, and nearly got Lewis Hamilton. The only person we're really battling with at the moment is now Nico Rosberg in the championship. But without any further ado, let's head over to the Yas Marina circuit for the finale of the F1 2010 season. It is, of course, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Here we go then, the final one-shot qualifying session of this season, and what can we do? As we put it up into fast, Rich Mitch revs. Let's try and sort out this lap. Nice and tidy so far. Oh, that was a lovely line through turn 1. Nice and tidy through there. So far, so good. This lap has actually been really good at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I tend to do really well at this circuit. If I remember from the last time we did Rags to Riches, I believe I got my first podium here. So I am expecting myself to do quite a decent job here today. But hopefully I can just get all the braking zones correct as we go in towards the left-hander. Nice and tidy again through there. Oh, watch out for the curb on that one. That could, I wouldn't be surprised if that was an auto spin curve through there. Still on target for a decent qualifying session. I'm not too sure whereabouts this is going to put me. I don't even know whereabouts everybody else is, because I'm the first person to set a lap time at the moment. So, of course, I am purple on every single sector at the moment. But we are doing so. Oh, I've messed up a little bit under the hotel. But one mistake so far on this lap, that we can't really complain about that. Down towards the final corner now. Jenson Button set a 142. Are we going to beat that? I don't think so, but across the line, yes we do. Just about beating Jenson Button. Can we stay in P1 though? What is everybody else going to do? Let's find out as we head to the end of the session. Okay, so there we are in the qualifying session. We didn't hold on to P1, but we still qualified P7. What a result at this circuit. Although, coming into it, I am slightly disappointed, which you may be thinking, Hayden, what are you on about? You're driving in a Virgin racing car and you've qualified P7. That is a fantastic result. Abu Dhabi, for me, is a circuit which I do well at. I'm not joking. I do well at this circuit on F1 2010. So hopefully we can pick up a bit of pace during the race and maybe try and challenge Mark Webber, Lewis Hamilton, and Sebastian Vettel and Jenson Button, the likes of those guys at the start, and see what we can really do. But, yeah, slightly disappointed not to get higher up the field. But still, P7, great result in qualifying and a great place to start the race from. Where is my teammate? At the back of the field. No real surprises there, beating my teammate in the final qualifying session of the season. But can we convert this 7th place into points? I'm hoping to try and get a podium position here today. Can we do that? Let's find out as we head over to the race. It's race day here at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the final race of the F1 2010 season in this Rags to Riches, the sequel. If we have a look at the teammate battle, we have out-qualified Lucas di Grassi at the end of the season, 14-4. 5 podiums with 1 race still to go. We've outraced him 14-4, sorry, with 1 race left to go. Out-qualified him 14-5 with no races left to go, so that's finished. And fastest laps 11-7 with 1 race left to go, and 159 points in the bank to 2 with 1 race left to go as well. So what can we do in today's race? We're starting P7, so we can't change our tyres, as I've just checked there. Nothing else to really talk about, so let's get on with the final race of the series as we head down to the track. Mark Webber then gets the final pole position of the F1 2010 season with my teammate, with my rival, sorry, in P5 just ahead of me. I'm in P7 and my teammate way down at the back of the field in P24. We want a good final race. We want a good, strong end to the season, as Jeff has just said. As the lights come on now, it's 4, 5, red lights, and it is lights out, and away we go for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. An okay start, but everybody is going to shoot off down in towards turn 1, because that is where we usually struggle, but around the outside possibly of turn 1, not quite able to do anything through there. Probably not the best aligned, in fact, in towards turn 1, but we've got the job done at the moment. Round the inside of Sebastian Vettel, maybe. No, he shuts the door on us, so unable to go for the overtake through there. But in towards this chicane section, and then into the tricky hairpin. Can we do anything? We go around the outside of Sebastian Vettel. Inside line now, or a little bit of contact between the two of us as I sort of swoop back around the outside. Here we go, round the outside of the hairpin though. Can we do anything on Seb? We're trying it, but unfortunately just not able to go for the overtake just yet. But here we go, down in towards this next chicane. Can we get Sebastian Vettel? Still P6, decent result, but we want more. I do want more in this race. I want to get a better result. Here we go, round the outside of Sebastian Vettel, braking at a really, really good point. Round the outside of Seb. Around the outside now, Fernando Alonso. What a brilliant move that is, if we can get two drivers into that corner, which we have for now. But Fernando Alonso coming back at me with that greater straight line speed in the Ferrari Red Bull of Sebastian Vettel, doing exactly the same thing. Oh, Alonso, don't move ahead of me in the braking zone, you absolute idiot. As Jenson Button's giving me loads of room. I try to go around the outside a little bit too much. Got caught on the curve there. Still trying to get past Jenson Button. Completely destroying that bollard. See you later. So much quicker than JB at the moment. But can we find a way through? He's blocking the track. Here we go on the left-hand side. Down in towards the penultimate corner. Around the outside. Possibly a broken very late compared to Jenson Button. He's still holding it around the outside. He's got the inside line. But we're going to squeeze him out. And there we go. Moving up into a podium position, and now hunting down Lewis Hamilton and Mark Webber. What can we do against both of those drivers? Running wide in towards turn 1, not good. That's not what we need. We need to catch up. We need to be as quick as we possibly can. Closing up so much to Lewis Hamilton in the braking zone of that corner, and in towards this next one. Can we close in? We close in a little bit more to Lewis Hamilton, but not yet able to go for that crucial overtake. But we are gaining. That is the important thing. Still closing in on Lewis Hamilton, but what can we do? What can we do against the McLaren driver? Running it wide in a fair few amount of corners at the moment. Not exactly having the best of lines, but he's slow. He's very slow through that final corner, taking a lot of curb there, and that's put me right on the tail of Lewis Hamilton. What can I do? What can I do? He's gone very wide in towards turn 1. There's contact between the two of us. He's going to get a position for now. Is he going to lift off? Yes, he does. Luckily, I sort of anticipated that just in case, and I'm going to try and get him down in towards the chicane. Here we go, on Lewis Hamilton, up the inside now, much better under braking, and there we go, job done on Lewis Hamilton, and up into P2. Right, this is it then, can we close down Mark Webber for the race win here today? The gap at the moment, 4.5 seconds, can we do it? I'm pretty sure this is how it was in F1 2010, in the first go of Rags to Riches. We were closing in on Mark Webber, who was leading the race, and it ended up being him in first and me in second. I'm not 100% sure on that. But if I remember rightly, I'm pretty sure it was Mark Webber that won it, and we got second. But let's try and change that here today. Let's get the race win. Let's close in on Mark Webber, and let's see what we can do. No, 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 no. Okay, luckily I haven't broken my front wing, but I've lost the back end on the curb there. And unfortunately, that's put me down into P3. So Lewis Hamilton has got back past. I'm now under pressure from Fernando Alonso. Luckily, the field is very separated, so we can come into the pits on the same time as the rest of the field. We're probably going to be coming into pits on this lap, no doubt. As we come across the line, yes, we're coming into pits on this lap. But we need to now catch back up to Lewis Hamilton and possibly even Mark Webber. Let's see what we can do. Here we go then, coming into the pits on this lap now. Need to make it sure we get into the pit lane, which we do. I do not want to go into that barrier and completely throw away my race. Looks like Lewis Hamilton also into the pits on this lap. Not too sure. No, okay, there is the driver behind me. Not too sure who that is, though. I'm still not sure who that is. But Lewis Hamilton gets out before we even get to our pit stop. So that is the gap that at the moment we have to Lewis Hamilton. It's a slow pit stop, 5.5. They're just way too slow in this season. As we go under the tunnel, flat out, way too quickly. Pretty sure that's impossible to do, to go through at those speeds in towards the tunnel. And this is where they sort of slingshot you out on the outside of the final corner, side by side with Luizzi, I believe that is, down in towards the chicane, getting the car turned in, and now hunting down Vitaly Petrov. What can we do on the Renault driver? We need to get past him as soon as possible so he doesn't hold us up, and then we can catch up to Lewis Hamilton. No, no, no. Why do I keep doing that? Stop taking too much curb, Hayden. God. No, no, no. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Oh, that was close, Senna. That was very, very close. But why do I keep doing that? Just stay away from the curbs. I've done a full season of this. Stay away from the curbs, Hayden. It's not difficult. As he comes into the pits now, so does somebody else. Somebody else is into the pits. So does Fernando Alonso. So I should get past all of these guys and move back up a position. But Alonso, I'm not too sure because we did, of course, have that spin. And he's going to be very, very fast out of the tunnel. Look how fast he is. Look at the pace he has through the tunnel. And down in towards turn 2. And yes, he's got the position done, but he's going to come in front of me. Oh my god, cars all over the place. How did I keep that? How did I keep that? But now around the outside of Alonso, side by side. And we've got the job done. There we go. Up into P3 and back on the podium. Right, Lewis Hamilton, I am coming for you. Mark Webber, 14 seconds ahead of me. That's fine. But can we get Lewis Hamilton in the end of this race? Lewis Hamilton struggling here at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Losing the back end ever so slightly. And we're just going to go around the outside of him. Down and towards the final corner. Where we know we won't. Not quite. But we are right on the back of Lewis Hamilton. He's going to take a very defensive line down in towards turn 1, round the outside. Here we go on Lewis Hamilton. Can we hold it? Yes, we can. And there we go, back up into P2. Right, no more mistakes. Let's hold on to P2 and maybe even hunt down the lead, as I can see Mark Webber up ahead with a couple of laps left to go. Can we do that? Oh, I've completely messed up that corner. And I've got a penalty. Great. I've got a penalty for corner cutting. 20 seconds! 20-second time penalty. Jesus Christ. Okay, right. We need to push. We need to push like hell now. Because at the moment, I know where Alonso is and I know where Hamilton is, but I don't know where everybody else is. I mean, there's loads of guys going down in towards the start-finish straight now. We are very, very fast compared to everybody else. But still, I do not want to be outside of the points because of this. Oh, now I've made it worse, haven't I? Lost the back end and I threw my car into a barrier. Almost. Oh, back down into P3. Right, come on. And I've run it wide. A few more laps left to go. I still can't see where the others are. I could possibly have a 20-second lead over those guys. But let's try and hold it. Let's try and extend it. Gaining on Lewis Hamilton once again in this race as he struggles once again through the penultimate corner. So that means I'm going to go around the outside in towards turn, in towards the final corner. And there we go. Back up into P2. Right, where's Mark Webber? He is 6 seconds up the road. He's struggling as well at the moment, I believe. So it looks like we could have the chance to actually take the lead out on track. But unfortunately, we won't be able to hold on to it because of that 20-second bloody time penalty. 20 seconds is... Oh my god, I hit a bollard. Bollard nearly killed me. 20 seconds is too much of a time penalty just for making a mistake. I've already been penalised enough in this race for the amount of spins that I've had. I'm still battling for P2. I would have won this race if I hadn't spun at all. Well, I would be winning it, at least. Oh, I've done it again! Will I ever learn? Come on, come on, come on, come on, back on the track. Alonso, go. Right, Petrov, where are you? Vitaly Petrov, will we hold on to P4? If we do, then it will be an absolute miracle because, you know, we have got that 20-second time penalty. So where is Vitaly Petrov? Although we're catching up to Alonso now, that's our main focus. Vitaly Petrov can't see 11 seconds. Okay, so at the moment, we're not holding on to P4. But we'll see how the rest of this race goes. Alonso has a bit of a twitch through that corner. We'll see whether we can get past him very, very soon. A little bit of a cutback move. There we go, nice and tidy. And there we go, job done. Job done on Alonso, up into P3. Right, Lewis Hamilton up next. Let's see if we can get back that P2. Right, here we are on the final lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The final race of the 2010 season. We're closing in on Lewis Hamilton at the moment, and we also have a 20-second time penalty. So we're trying to get further away from the likes of Vitaly Petrov and whoever is in 6th, 7th, and 8th. Because it's an 11-second gap, or at least it was an 11-second gap when I was battling with Fernando Alonso. But I'm closing up to Lewis Hamilton at the moment. I'll be hoping to get him as we cross the line. I mean, if I can cross the line in P2, then that would be amazing. But who knows what I could have done. I've spun probably about 5 times in this race now. I've got a 20-second time penalty. Mark Webber is not too far down the road, so we could be leading this race if we didn't have all these issues. And we're still going on to set fastest laps of the race, which is absolutely incredible. But here we are, trying to catch up to Lewis Hamilton, trying to see what we can do. He's not... This is where the AI struggle. They struggle quite a bit through this final sector, so hopefully we can close in on Lewis Hamilton through here. Look at how much we're closing in under, breaking up the inside, barge him out of the way. And he's going to hold on to the position, but we're going to go around the outside of him. There we go, under the hotel. He shouldn't really fight us too much as we are going to be getting a penalty anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But round the last 2 corners of the F1 2010 season, coming across the line. It's going to be P2 here today. It's going to be 5th place in the championship. Mark Webber wins today's race. We come home in 2nd. It's going to be a 20-second time penalty though, so whereabouts is that going to put us? P6. Not too bad at the end of the day, but that pretty much sums up our season.
6th position. Nice drive. Well done.
Like I say, that race pretty much sums up our season. You know, we could have done so much more if it wasn't for all the curb spins and, of course, the penalty here today. So, disappointing. We should have won that race. We should have won that race. If we didn't spin it so many times, and, of course, if we didn't get that 20-second time penalty, we would have finished 2nd. You know, it's just Bruno Senna up into P8 getting 4 points today. What a boy. Well done to Bruno Senna getting 4 points here today. But going through the final standings, Mark Webber wins the final race of the season, which means Fernando Alonso will not win the championship. And history repeats itself as Sebastian Vettel is crowned the F1 2010 season. Lewis Hamilton finishes in 2nd with Fernando Alonso unfortunately down in 3rd, with Vitaly Petrov 4th, Sebastian Vettel 5th, all those guys gaining from my penalty. I finished in 6th in the end, beating Felipe Massa, who finishes in 7th. Bruno Senna up into 8th, great result there for the HRT driver, with Nico Rosberg 9th and Robert Kubica in 10th, with Rubens Barrichello just missing out on the points. And does that change the championship standings? Does that mean that HRT are above Lotus in the constructors? We'll have to wait and see on that. Jenson Button down in 15th place, not a good race for him. And Lucas de Grassi out the back of the field. He has been a terrible, terrible teammate so far this season. Let's have a look at how it splits us in the driver's standings.
Great race. I'd like to take a moment to thank you for a memorable season. Thanks to your efforts, we're going to be in a stronger position next year.
Thank you very much, Jeff. And that actually sounds true. But, you know, him saying we're going to be in a stronger position next year because, yeah, our efforts have put us in a Williams seat for F1 2011, which is going to be a stronger position for that season. Sebastian Vettel, he's crowned the world champion by 9 points at the end of the season, with Mark Webber in 3rd. Lewis Hamilton in 4th. Myself in 5th on 167 points. Great season for me. 3 race wins, 5 podiums, and beating Nico Rosberg as well up in P5. Nico Rosberg 6th. It's Vitaly Petrov who got 7th for the end of the day, with Jenson Button 8th, and that of course was the Lotus seat down there. Where was my teammate? My teammate got 2 points on the season, 22nd place, and Heikki Kovalainen and Karun Chandok both scored points. So everybody in the whole entire field scored points in this season, which is pretty special. So well done to everybody. But let's have a look at how this ends on the constructors standings. We managed to hold on to 5th by 1 point as well. Held on to 5th place by 1 point. Boy, that time penalty could have cost us 5th place in the Constructors' Championship. But luckily, we hold on to that. Red Bull are crowned the Constructors' World Champions, so well done to those guys. And Ferrari just about edge out McLaren. Where did HRT? They did beat Lotus at the end of the day because of a point to Karun Chandok earlier on in the season. And of course, Bruno Senna getting his final race of the season, getting points here today. So great race there from the HRT team, beating Lotus, putting them down the bottom. Who would have thought that going into this season? But that is it for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and that is it for the F1 2010 season. Let's head back to the menus. The final interview then on the F1 2010 game. What have they got to say? How do you feel about Vettel taking the title? I'd like to congratulate him. He's had a fantastic season this year. It was very close between those guys. So, yeah, he drove his heart out all season, and he does deserve it. You know, he's a world champion. The only table that matters is the one at the end of the season. And, of course, Sebastian Vettel is on top of that, which means he's the best driver on this game. Did you extract maximum performance out of the car? Yes. Yes, we did. I think the team set up the car perfectly, but we did struggle to find performance with the curbs. We just struggled with the curbs. It was very unsettled, so unfortunately I would like to say that it was a good car because we had great performance, but it was very unsettled into corners, unfortunately. And how has the racing been from your point of view? Amazing. Amazing. Well, okay, very interesting. I mean, a good car does make it easier, but I'm usually too busy. I am usually too busy fighting the car to notice from going into curbs and stuff like that. Yes, that probably is my own fault, but still, it has been a struggle this season, but at the same time, it has been a great season. We've had some great battles with some great drivers, and it's a pretty memorable season from F1 2010. But let's have a look at what the final season looks like as we have a look at the bio. And the team biography goes like this. 19 races this season, 3 pole positions, 5 podiums and 3 race wins as well, which is pretty special for the F1 2010 season. But that is going to round up this season as we have a look at the standings one more time. 5th place in the standings, a Williams seat for F1 2010, beating Nico Rosberg to that 5th place at the end of the day. Unfortunately, not able to catch up to the top 4. I would have liked to, but I feel like the curbs and stuff like that did really cost us this season. We could have got better results in the races like Turkey, in races like well, this one, Abu Dhabi, could have had a much better position. Should have won today's race. And we've had races in the past where we definitely should have got some points finishes as well. So, disappointing that we couldn't get that 14th seat. But still, Williams for next season, a great result. And it's unbelievable. Did not expect that coming into this season. Constructor standings, and we finished in P5 as well. 169 points, beating Renault by 1 point. So, a great result for the Virgin Racing team. But that is it for the F1 2010 season. What a fantastic season it has been. Coming into the season, I expected maybe about P12, P11, on the verge of getting a Virgin seat for next year or a Lotus seat, and I managed to do even better than that and get a Williams seat and up into P5 and 3 race wins. So it's been absolutely incredible. I just want to thank everybody who has supported this series this season on this series. We will be carrying it on tomorrow with the F1 2011 season. So you can definitely look forward to that. But if you have enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to smash a like on it. Smash a like as well for the hype of F1 2011. What can we do in that season? We got 5 race wins for Williams last time. Can we better that this time around? We're just going to have to wait and see. Subscribe to the channel for daily Formula 1 content. Share this video with your friends. And I will see you next time as we start a brand new season on F1 2011 with a brand new team. But until then, it's goodbye from me.